Hey guys, welcome back, and in today's video I'm gonna show you how you can grow this cucumber plant and care for this. If you are new to my channel, then hi there, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to see more videos from me. So before we can start, let me tell you guys to please grow your own food. You can at least try growing some of them, because when you buy fruits from outside, you are 100% sure that those foods are not organic. They are loaded with lots of chemicals, which is not good for health. So when you grow fruits at home, you are 100% sure that you're growing it organically without any chemicals. So let's see how we can grow cucumbers now. So let's see now how we can sow the seeds. First of all, you need cucumber seeds. It looks like this. All you need to do is take a small size container and fill the container with some soil. Now make hole about inch or half deep, and then place these seeds in the hole. Now you can cover this whole pot with coco peat, compost or sandy soil, whichever thing you have with you. Just lightly sprinkle it on top. Let me do it and show you. So here I have some sandy soil. I'm just gonna sprinkle some on top. Since I don't have compost now, I've used it in my plants to fertilize them. Now you have to place a saucer beneath this pot, or you can use any seed tray which you have. Just make sure that the soil of this pot doesn't dry out. Now if you live in a place where you are receiving now heavy monsoon, make sure you protect this from rainfall. Don't make the soil waterlogged. So you can place it on a balcony where it receives sunlight, so that the seeds can sprout. In about 5 to 6 days, you will see that little seedlings have emerged. So in about 5 to 6 days, you will see little seedlings have emerged like this one. So when you see 2 to 3 true leaves coming out, as you can see one in the middle which is coming out, when you see 4 leaves, true leaves, then you can take it out from the pot and transplant it to any pot where you want to grow cucumbers. Cucumbers are very easy to grow in containers and also in ground. It is not necessary that you need very large space to grow cucumbers, since they have very shallow roots, and you can grow in any pot ranging from 14 inch to 24 inches. You can use any container. I am growing this in a plastic drum which I've cut it from above. You can use any container, a plastic drum or an earthen pot. You can use earthen pots like these. This is a 14-inch earthen pot. In this pot I am currently growing some fruit trees. Also you can use other ideas. Now you can see them displaying on my screen. You can use those methods. I've tied rope and I'm growing this vertically. Now let's talk about the location. Where do you want to keep this plant? This cucumbers loves sun a lot. You have to keep it in a sunny location where it receives a good amount of sunlight. Cucumbers evolved in the tropic and have very little cold tolerance. They die at the touch of first frost. So if you live in a cooler climate zone, then make sure you're growing cucumbers in summers. Make sure you grow the seeds indoor 3 to 4 weeks before your last frost under growing light, and then you bring it out when the daytime temperature has reached between 21 to 27 degrees Celsius and nighttime temperature is between 15 to 21 degrees Celsius. So now let's talk about the soil. Soil of these cucumber plants should be very light. It should be sandy soil, but at the same time it should retain moisture. The soil should not dry out. So if you live in a very dry region, you can add coco peat in your soil and compost. Never over dry the soil as the flowers can fall off. Soil should not be soggy at the same time. Cucumbers require regular steady watering. Cucumbers are relatively 90% made up of water, so make sure that the soil is never dry when your plant is fruiting, since your flowers can fall off and even the fruits can fall. Mulching helps even out soil moisture, so you can add mulch around your cucumber plants to help retain moisture. This cucumber plant which you see here produces both male and female flowers, so you need pollinators to help pollinate these flowers. So to attract pollinators, you can grow some flowering plants like basil around this plant or marigold. Since if you don't have pollinators, you have to hand pollinate to get cucumbers. Let's talk about the fertilizer requirement of this plant. Cucumbers are very heavy feeding plants and needs a lot of fertilizers every 10 to 15 days. Now, which type of fertilizer you want to use is definitely your choice. You can use inorganic and organic both. If you opt for inorganic ones, then you can use NPK, where the value of N is always half of the value of PK. If the value of N is 2, then the value of P and K should be 4 and 4. But I would suggest you all to use inorganic fertilizers, since already when you buy food from outside, those are grown with inorganic fertilizers and chemical fertilizers. So try using organic ones. I prefer organic ones over inorganic ones, and I suggest you all to use organic ones like mustard cake, compost, bone meal, etc. These are the inorganic ones which I use. This is a mustard cake powder and this is bone meal dust. I also use compost, whether it is vermicompost or compost made out of plant leaves. I don't have compost right now to show you all, but you can add these to your plants. Let me just show you. Since cucumbers have very shallow roots, as you can see roots on top, I'm not going to dig this up and destroy or kill any of the roots. I'm just going to sprinkle it around the plant just like this, and some mustard powder also. I'm going to sprinkle it around like this, and I'm also going to add compost to it. I don't have it now, but I'll add it later on. You can also add magnesium sulfate to your plants, that is Epsom salt, if you see yellowing of leaves. I add every 10 days since we experience heavy monsoon here and the minerals wash off very easily after heavy rainfall. So now let's talk about the disease of this plant. When you see yellowing of leaves, this indicates a fungal attack. When you see yellow leaves with brown spots, it indicates downy mildew. But when you see leaves with white powdery patches, that indicates it is powdery mildew. These mildews are very difficult to treat, but this can be suppressed and it can be prevented if you use a fungicide beforehand. But the yellowing of leaves are not always because of fungus. This can also be because of lack of nitrogen or magnesium, or lack of watering. If you do not water it well and the soil dries out, the leaves can turn yellow and fall off. So make sure you water it truly. So if you want to suppress these mildews, then you can use milk and water in the ratio 9:1. You have to take 9 parts of milk and 1 part of water and spray it on your plants to treat mildews. This plant is also attacked by spider mites, especially when this plant is grown in a container. And if you make the leaves wet with water in the night, since it is monsoon year, so leaves are always wet, so this plant is can be attacked by spider mites. I do not see any leaves attacked by spider mites, but I can show how it looks like in the screen. Okay, so you can grow this plant from April to September. You guys still have time. Start growing some cucumbers now. So guys, this was all about growing cucumbers. Please, if you like my video, give it a thumbs up, and if you have any queries, you can ask me in the comment section. If you like my video, then please do share it. And please, if you are growing it for first time, if you do not success, do not dishearten, because trial and error is the key to success. Keep trying and you will succeed one day. And please urge everyone around you to grow some organic food for themselves. This was all.